According to a former FAA official and at least one lawmaker, the last time the United States ordered a ground stop of all flights was September 11th, 2001, until Wednesday. That's when a computer glitch at the Federal Aviation Administration brought the system to a halt. The FAA said it suffered an outage in its notice to air missions system, which is crucial to those involved in flight operations. The agency temporarily grounded thousands of flights while it worked to bring the system back online. And during all of that, tens of thousands of passengers were left confused and frustrated in airports nationwide. Kris Van Cleave has more from Reagan National Airport in Virginia. Kris?
John, the FAA tells us 2004 was the last time this NOTAM system went down, and today it had quite the impact. These numbers aren't even final yet, but we're talking about 11,000 flights delayed or canceled, and there are many folks still trying to get where they're trying to go. Tonight, as flight delays and cancellations climb, the FAA is working to understand why a key safety system failed so spectacularly it halted flights nationwide this morning, parked planes from L.A. to D.C.
Every single flight in the country is stopped. You would not think that this could happen in this day and age.
With the departure board a sea of red delays, Kareem and Jessica Perry worry they could miss their cruise in Miami. How nervous are you guys?
A little bit. A little nervous. A little nervous, because, you know. We're staying positive. We'll make it.
Issues with the FAA's Notice to Air Missions system began Tuesday afternoon and continued overnight. NOTAMs alert pilots to current conditions and potential safety issues on their route. This failure comes a week after another FAA system glitch delayed flights at key Florida airports. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg.
You've been very critical of the airlines and their operational challenges. Yep. Are you going to be as critical of DOT here, because this was a failure on your watch of your systems?
We're going to own it, we're going to find it, and we're going to fix it.
Do people need to worry about another failure like this tomorrow?
Well, what people need to know is that we will not allow anything to take place that is not safe. But this is precisely why our focus right now is on understanding, identifying, and correcting anything related to the root cause and how this happened in the first place.
Former NTSB Chair Robert Sumwalt.
The FAA, just out of an abundance of caution, did the right thing here by grounding the airplanes until they could get the system rectified.
The FAA just telling us that they believe this was a corrupted database file that kicked off this latest aviation meltdown. Now, there's a growing list of lawmakers on both sides of the aisle that are demanding answers. The Senate and the House, a lot of questions surrounding this. As for the airlines, they are hoping Thursday looks a lot more like normal, John.
I want to ask you about Thursday in a minute, though. But, Kris, what's a corrupted database file? And that doesn't give me any confidence about anything. Is that a result of outdated old systems? What's the FAA saying about what a corrupted database file is?
Well, the sense we get from the FAA and DOT is that they are working to get their hands around not only what was to blame for that corrupted file. Was that something that grew out of a system update? Was that operator error? Was that something that was computer generated? So that's not entirely clear. The other big question here is there was a backup system that was supposed to kick on in the event the primary system failed. It does not appear that that system worked as it should have, the backup, so that when the primary system started to go down, the backup should have clicked on, and then they could have troubleshot the problem with the main system. As it turned out, the backup system went on, things were going up and down, the right data wasn't going out. They decided they had to do basically a Control-Alt-Delete hard reset of the main program. That happened early this morning, and as it was coming back online, they felt they needed to pause flights to make sure that it was sending out the right information to the right people, because it's a safety-critical system.
Indeed. All right, so now back to that question of Thursday, Kris. What's the sense? They hope it's going to be better, but you know, these things cascade. What's Thursday going to look like?
So, assuming that the system continues to work as it should and that there are no further technical disruptions, the airlines seem pretty confident that Thursday operations should be fairly normal. Now, I would not be surprised at all to see some delays, particularly from the first flights of the day. The airlines, as we've been watching these delays and cancellations, they've started to slow down in pace as the day's gone on. There will be more cancellations tonight as some crews just run out of time in their duty day, and that could create some problems in the morning. But talking to the major airlines, they're all hopeful that tomorrow will look a lot more like normal. But again, maybe some disruptions in the morning, some delays in particular. This, fortunately, was more a delay event than a cancel event, but definitely a headache for folks trying to get somewhere today.
All right, Kris Van Cleave for us at Reagan National Airport. Thanks, Kris.